Many areas around Alabama were the site to some of the most important events in the civil rights movement. Almost 100 members of a West Alabama church came together today to remember King. And new tonight, our Jory Talley has more in Aliceville.
This year marks the 31st Martin Luther King Day, and the oldest African-American church in Pickens County has been celebrating it for the last 30.
When we look back and we see how he was able to pull people together, you know, and they put marches together. We might not be marching today, but, you know, it's symbolic to us coming together and marching, you know, to a certain location.
From the Selma marches to the bombings in Birmingham, Alabama was essentially ground zero in the civil rights era, a fact not lost on Aliceville native Bishop Willie Cole, who was living in Chicago while the struggle in Alabama raged.
We saw the marches and the demonstration and what was going on back here in Alabama. It was rough, and we're here today to celebrate the great achievement that this man, Martin Luther King, the legacy that he left.
Bishop Cole was still living in Chicago when history changed that April morning in Memphis.
I was there when the announcement was made that he was shot, and my wife and I was at work, and we left work, and by the time we got to the south side where we lived, Chicago was smoking already.
Cole is back home for good now, and he remembers an Aliceville that was and dreams of an Aliceville to come.
I grew up here in Aliceville, and I knew what we went through in the early 50s. I can remember from then on that, you know, I'm 75, so, you know, I know what the fight has been. I know what it's about, and I know what it still is. So but we're gonna come through this.
Jory, thank you. Today would be King's 88th birthday. The first nationwide celebrations of MLK Day were in 1986.